Hey guys, it's me, and I just got my Serenity palette by Cosmic Brushes. I'm told that they're now called Cosmic Beauty. I was going to see if it says that. It still says Cosmic Brushes on the back. So I haven't swatched this. I haven't touched this. I literally got it today. So I'm going to try to film this better than I did the Muse one. I tried to do a soft focus to see if that would show some of the shifts, but I don't think in the end that was best. So we're going to do it this way. But let's go ahead and jump right into this palette. There she is. It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. I was kind of worried of what I would really think in person, but it's beautiful. So let's get to swatching and we'll see if we have any dupes, but I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to start with this row and I will work my way up. No, we'll do that backwards. We'll start with the top row and work our way up, but let's go ahead and start grabbing some. So I'm going to zoom this out. Zoom that in a bit and hopefully that will help. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in. I am swatching with my awkward hand, which is always a bit strange. My awkward hand, my left hand. I've been really sick, if you can't tell. I'm filming this after Thanksgiving and I have just had a bout. I think it's just a cold, but all right, so as always, these mattes are spectacular. That shimmer is pretty gorgeous. Let me go ahead and swatch these out. I'm going to start as low as possible because I don't want to run out of room. That is a beautiful translucent base with a white, you can see the green to pink. I think that's pretty dupeable in my collection. Oh my gosh, these mattes are so good. Like, it is not often. I got my makeup eraser here. I'm going to go ahead and remove that from my fingers. But it is not often that, like, in a palette that I am so excited, especially in an indie palette, that I'm so excited for the mattes rather than the shimmers. I mean, don't get me wrong, these shimmers look amazing, but these mattes are just so good. I've really enjoyed using the Cosmic Brushes matte formula. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go grab the next row. I am going to try to get to these swatches fairly as quickly as possible. I do want to see if I have any dupes. I'm very curious about that and hopeful that I don't, because I'd like to think that I don't just waste money if I already have things in my collection. Look at that blue. It looks so vibrant on screen, but in real life it seems a little bit more subtle. So that's your classic bronzy gold, very dupeable. That is a gorgeous blue. I cannot get over these mattes. Like, look at that. That's a very light shade. Ooh, look how pretty. I'm going to go over that one more time just because on my thumb there got a little awkward. That's gorgeous. These are gorgeous so far. Yeah, I think this is definitely the better way to film this. All right, let me go ahead and grab the next row. The mattes are very powdery. Is there going to be kickback? I would imagine so. Much like the Anastasia Beverly Hills formula, which I love their mattes, there is kickback. It's part of it. It's part of what having a very blendable soft matte is like. And so I don't complain about that. I don't care. Like, if I have to go back over or dust eyeshadow off, or I tend to do my eyeshadow before the rest of my face anyway, so I don't care. I'm swatching this light purple awake shade and I'm going over and over and over and it still seems pretty light. So that one may show up very light. I wish these pans were magnetic. I do not believe they are. I'll update you if I found out that they are, but I don't believe they are. I wish they were. It would make a huge difference for me. So this one is pretty light, I think. This is just absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't tell if that was a blue or a purple, and I think it's like your perfect indigo. It's very pretty. And look at that. I mean, that's some seriously saturated color. Wow, so is that a dead? Let me try that again. That's that purple. I don't know. Maybe you got to scrape the top of it off to get something. Wow, let me try to break that up with my nail just a little bit, because that's not their formula or their format or what I'm familiar with at all. Okay, I broke some up to see if it can. It's still very light. Gosh, that is very light. That's disappointing. Oh God, that's so pretty. That indigo with that sparkle is like the nighttime sky. That's so beautiful. Yes. Yes. Gosh, that blue. I went a little bit crazy on that swatch. I did not expect that to be so vibrant. Oh my gosh. So that looks like a crazy person. But yeah, it's definitely pigmented. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's the thing about some of these. Honestly, you have to be a little bit careful because that blue is so vibrant. Like, if I lay that down in my outer corner, I might be very careful. But it's gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to grab this last row. I'm going to see if I can swatch that purple again towards the end, just because I'm disappointed in that. It's not the quality that I'm familiar with. God, these are... That one seems a little bit hard pan. Some of these, maybe they just have some... No, the rest of these seem incredibly soft. I don't know. It's just that purple. That purple was a bit of a disappointment. Whew, that black. So here's the finger swatches. Look at this green. It's so pretty. Oh, so much room with that blue. That green is gorgeous. That is really, really, really beautiful. That is also very beautiful. Even that showed up really good. So I've got this black left, okay, because it's going to be black, 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 I think. Yeah, pretty pigmented. Pretty pigmented. Let me now go back over that purple with my other hand and see if I can get that to show up. So I'm so disappointed. It's just that one color. And don't get me wrong, like, it is just one color, but I want you to see also, like, that I have dug in there with my nail. I am just gonna, because maybe, I don't know, like, maybe you just have to really break that hard pan up the first time. I mean, it's showing up there really good. So let's see. I mean, that's crazy, right? Like, that's crazy. Let me break some more of that up with my nail. I'm just destroying this shadow because I just want this to not be this way. But it's like hard panned or something. Like, it shows up there. It's just the swatch is crazy. I mean, I got a little bit of payoff there, but yeah, wow. If you have this palette, please let me know if it's like that for you. Maybe it's better with a brush, and I don't know. Like, that's the only one that I'm disappointed by. All right, so let's look at to see if we have any dupes here. So the first thing I wanted to show you guys was this palette next to the Muse palette. So let me show you this palette next to Muse, because they are very different. I was afraid that they were going to be too similar and that I was going to be disappointed. But they are incredibly different. I cannot believe I thought they were similar at all. So you can already see, like, this is the grungier version and this is the more pastel light. So they are very, very, very different. There's not a lot of overlap there at all. In fact, the only colors that might be similar, this is Inspire in the Muse palette. Sorry about that. And then this is Wanderer. As you can see, they look... All right, so I've got those two here, and they look like they might be similar, but they really are not. One is much lighter than the other. So those do not match up. Is there anything else in Muse that we might want to just see about? It looks like the only thing, literally, yeah, I mean... None of these mattes are the same. I mean, maybe this purple. So this is Whisper in Muse, and this is Ether in Serenity. And as you can already tell, I mean, they're definitely different. Let's go here. Running out of spaces. Yeah, those are definitely different. And one more thing that I'd like to look at, which is that beautiful Twilight shade. And I'm just going to compare that with Amethyst. I know they're going to be very different, but I just like to see how much. Very different. Yeah, very different. So yeah, not even close. All right, cool. So no dupes between those two. Now, I did want to look at blends, because for me, that's the other place where I tend to have a lot of these really fun, unusual colors. So let's start with the Surge palette by Blend Bunny. Is there anything? Now, obviously, you know, some mattes, there may very well be, although I'm not seeing anything so far. Maybe, I don't think this is Alive from Blend Bunny. This is Moss. They kind of look a little bit similar on camera, but they're really, really, really not. Put those there. Yeah, you can see they are different. One is lighter than the other. So that's not a match. Is there anything else here? Honestly, I'm really impressed. I tend to, maybe, okay, maybe this is Hint in Blend Bunny Surge, and this is Spring. This may be the closest. I wish I could take my watch off without getting eyeshadow all over it, but I can't, I'm afraid. No, so one of those is grungier. The blend one is grungier. So those are not a match either. So honestly, there's nothing else. Is there anything in the shimmers? This is Zip It Up. I don't think these are going to be a match either. No, one is definitely more bronze. Okay, anything else? Nope. I don't think this is Euphoric in Blend. And this is Ether. Those are not the same. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else here. I think that all of these are completely not dupeable in this palette. All right, so let me now pull. And if you just want to see those next to each other, don't think I can pull back much further than that, but they are very different. All right, let me look at Dollhouse. And we'll just also compare this. I know that I could dupe probably some of these, especially like this gold shimmer. I know I could dupe this translucent shade. But, you know, having everything in one palette is quite nice. So, is there anything in here? Okay, so I don't see anything as far as the darker colors. So, let's look at shimmers. So, this is Imaginary. And again, this is Ether. I don't think they're going to be the same. No. Okay. Next, we're just really marking these straight off the list here. I'm always so pleasantly surprised by how things can look similar, and then you put them next to each other, and you're like, wow, those are completely different, which is always really nice. Let's go for this Pin Curls and this gold. Again, I think this gold will be pretty easily duped, but not with those two, because this one is bronzier. Okay. As a matter of fact, I could probably dupe that in any Pat McGrath palette, because you know how she loves her gold. Anything else? Not really. Maybe, I mean, I think this is a stretch, but this is Glass Eyes, this blue, that's Blend Bunny. And this is Serenity from this palette, which I think this one's going to be grungier, ironically, because Blend Bunny is usually the grungier one. Yep. You can see this is a bit grungier. Hopefully you can see that. I know it's a little bit, let me see, there. So yeah, they're close, but this one is definitely a grungier gray. I don't think there's any others. I think that's it. I would like to compare, no, I don't think, I thought maybe this green might compare with my Charlotte Tilbury Pop Shot, but I think that's got too much blue in it. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else just off the top of my head that I can compare. I don't think this Color Story is dupeable for sure. I do think that, you know, mattes are mattes, but these mattes are really great to work with. And I don't know that I necessarily have a lot of mattes in these exact tones. This is very pretty and different. They're all very different and beautiful. Honestly, this is not overwhelmed with shimmers, which I'm kind of surprised by. I thought it'd be more, but it's actually more mattes than shimmers, so that kind of surprises me. But yeah, there you go. So that's the Serenity palette. I really love it a lot. I think it's really beautiful, and I can't wait to play with it. So let me know in the comments down below if you've tried or tested this one and what you guys thought, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!